How to remove negative energy using Stoic philosophy. Welcome to Stoic philosophy for life, where silence builds strength, discipline shapes destiny, and wisdom leads the way. There is a weight some men carry, invisible to the world, but heavy in the soul. It lingers in silence, follows our steps, distorts our clarity. We may call it negative energy, karma, burden, darkness. But in the language of Stoic philosophy, it is something far simpler and far more powerful. It is the consequence of choice, not supernatural punishment but natural result. And more importantly, it is not final. You are not doomed to be who you once were. You are not bound to the weight of yesterday, because every moment, the Stoic path offers you one choice: to remain broken or to rebuild. And the path of rebuilding is not found in noise. It is not found in comfort. It is found in silence, in courage, in radical discipline. Let us walk it now, not as victims, but as warriors. Face yourself without flinching. It is more important to look at the soul than at the face. Epictetus, you cannot remove the darkness you will not face. This is where the world gets it wrong. Modern culture tells you to move on. Stoic philosophy tells you to go deeper, to confront. The first act of freedom is to look inward, to face the lies you told, the promises you broke, the moments when you knew better and did worse. This is not guilt. This is not shame. This is truth. And truth is a sword. It wounds so it may cleanse. Sit with your regrets, not to drown in them, but to strip them of their power. The man who cannot face himself will forever be haunted by himself, but the man who meets his darkness with open eyes, he is already free. Break the pattern before it becomes identity. A man is as unhappy as he is convinced himself he is. Seneca, we do not fall by one mistake. We fall by repetition. Every negative outcome in your life is not a curse, it is a pattern. And patterns, though powerful, are breakable. If you have spent years speaking in anger, begin today by practicing silence. If you have wasted time, begin rising before the sun. If you have betrayed, begin becoming a fortress no storm can shake. Do not beg for forgiveness. Live in a way that makes you undeniable. Do not repeat apologies. Replace them with action. You do not owe the world a perfect past. You owe it a powerful present. Serve something higher than yourself. It is not death a man should fear but never beginning to live. Marcus Aurelius, the man who is trapped in his own pain becomes smaller. He becomes obsessed with how life has wronged him. But the Stoic path demands expansion through service. You do not need applause. You do not need followers. You need one reason. It is right. Do good not for attention, but to return to your nature. Serve not to be seen, but to become clean. The Stoic philosophers believed we are all citizens of one great city, not by law, but by shared reason, by shared humanity. And in service, unquiet, humble, unseen, we begin to shed the skin of the man we once were. The energy that once clung to us can no longer survive in who we are becoming. Walk with integrity even when it hurts. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Marcus Aurelius' integrity is not about being seen. It is about who you are when no one is watching. To clear your soul, you must walk the difficult path, the path where no one praises you, where your sacrifices are misunderstood, where your efforts are invisible. But that is where the transformation begins. The man who walks in discipline while no one watches. He is building an inner fire no one can extinguish. Your past may be heavy, but your present can become so powerful, so precise, so aligned with truth that your former self would tremble to stand beside you. Release control and let reality judge. Don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do, and you will go on well. Epictetus, you cannot rewrite the past. You cannot undo the pain, but you can stop being ruled by it. Forgiveness is not weakness, it is maturity. Letting go is not forgetting. It is returning your focus to where it belongs, the present. Do not demand justice from others. Do not wait for closure. Let time, let virtue, let reality decide what needs to be revealed. You are not responsible for how the world turns. You are responsible for how you carry yourself as it turns. Accept that mastery begins in silence. The world will pull at you. It will bait your emotions. It will seduce you into reacting. But the Stoic does not move by impulse. He moves by choice. The man who carries inner stillness is a weapon. He becomes unpredictable, untouchable, unbreakable. To remove the weight of negative energy, you do not need louder answers. You need quieter strength. Discipline is not performance. It is preparation for the storm, for betrayal, for disappointment, so that when it arrives, you remain unmoved. The man who trains in silence becomes the storm others fear. Let the past die, because you're no longer there. The final truth: you are not the man who made those mistakes. You are the man who chose to face them, who chose to rise from them. The residue of your past cannot survive the intensity of your present. Every act of silence, every morning rise, every small restraint, they are bricks in a fortress that nothing from your past can breach. You want to remove negative karma. You want to rise from guilt, anger, betrayal. Then build a life so full of clarity, service, and fire that your past no longer recognizes who you've become. Conclusion: the Stoic way. Negative energy is not erased by force. It is outgrown by fire. It is outlived through stillness. It is outdisciplined by virtue. You are not here to escape the storm. You are here to become the storm. And that is the Stoic way. If this message awakened something inside you, don't just listen. Live it. Subscribe to Stoic philosophy for life. Not for comfort, but for command. Not for noise, but for power. We walk in silence, but we carry storms within.